Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of the More on Our podcast. I'm one of your co-hosts, Zach.
And I'm the other one, Dan.
So before we get into this episode, as always, go ahead, do us a favour, hit that like button if you find yourself enjoying this one. It really does help us out, we do appreciate it, and it does help to promote the podcast. And sharing the podcast is what, Dan?
Oh yes, it's sharing the more and love, of course.
Exactly. So, we're going to jump straight in, as always, with the moronic or not section. Which, if you are new here, this section is where we get 5 random words or short phrases from you lovely viewers. Collectively decide whether that word or thing is moronic or not. It's in the name. It can be the concept, the thing itself, one of our personal experiences, and it's entirely subjective, meaning you can have a different opinion, and it doesn't matter. Right.
Cool.
This episode's moronic or not section anyway, is going to be a bit more Easter themed, seeing as this is going out on Easter Monday. So hopefully you all enjoy it. So the first one on here is Easter eggs. The thing you get from
I really
your
like
parents, spouse, kids,
them. I mean,
random people that are
I mean, they're
edible
really
usually.
nice though. You have them with tea or coffee, they're brilliant.
Yeah?
Trouble is, you get through them at such a fast pace.
Yeah.
Quite worrying. How do you open Easter eggs? Do you just do you just bang it with your head, or do you just smash it with your fist or something?
It sometimes depends on what mood I'm in. Because I think a few years ago I smashed it with my head. I think one year I just straight up punched it. Another year I threw it like a baseball into a wall.
Why?
Why not?
Was it that hard to open?
No, but it's just more fun.
I guess so. Yeah. But
One thing I
wouldn't
have
it go
noticed
everywhere?
about Easter eggs actually this year is they've gotten smaller.
Right. Well, some of them. I know it depends because I got a mini X one,
Oh yeah.
which was quite big. But
I mean,
I
don't get me
feel
wrong,
I feel like
they're
people
still
just,
big, but they're not as big as they once were. If that makes sense.
I feel like people just go for the smaller ones because they're cheaper.
Yeah, you're not wrong. It's actually
It's like everything's like a fortune now, isn't it?
yeah, true. It's actually a coincidence that you got a mini eggs one because I too have a mini eggs one. But so you know how in previous years you used to be able to get like a little bag of whatever it was that came with it. So like I don't know, you got a bag of mini eggs, you got a bag of I don't know Maltesers or whatever.
Yeah.
I noticed
yeah.
you haven't got that this year.
Well, no, you say that. I got a Minstrels one, which was a small one.
Yep.
That had 2 packets of Minstrels in it. The mini eggs one, I think, has a packet of mini eggs in it.
Oh right, okay, fair enough then. Could just be
Yes, I think I've just been quite lucky. Yeah.
yeah, maybe. But you know, I recently found out you can get people just buy it. I don't know if this is purely an American thing, but apparently a lot of people buy non-edible Easter eggs.
Why do they do that? That
I
just
have
seems
no
so
idea.
weird.
Purely,
That's
the
like
only thing
those,
that it doesn't make sense to me is because if I got a non-edible Easter egg, I'm not gonna lie, I think I'd be a bit fuming.
It just seems a bit of a waste of money.
Yeah, because what you put it out on display
Non-edible.
for what a weekend and then
It's
take it
just a
down.
display and aesthetic thing. That's all
I
it is.
assume so. Yeah.
May as well just buy like furniture or
Yeah.
just stuff that you put in your living room.
The thing is, right, you put it out for a weekend and then take it down and you wouldn't see it again for another year.
Like Christmas decorations, isn't it?
Yeah, no, Christmas decorations you
Yeah.
put up for a bit more than a weekend. But Easter, it is literally Easter weekend. So,
So you don't decorate your house because of that.
yeah, no, thankfully. That would be weird.
Yeah, that's a bit. Mm.
It's a bit much. But, yeah, Easter eggs. I'm going to go not moronic. I like them.
Yeah, I'll go no. I think that's an easy one to
Yeah,
go for.
pretty
Yeah,
easy. The next one on here, rabbits.
rabbits.
Yes. No, have you ever eaten rabbit?
No, never.
Fair enough. Have you ever had a pet
What does
rabbit?
rabbit taste like? No, I've not had a pet rabbit.
No. I knew someone who had a pet
God,
rabbit.
no, There's always that one kid that has like 20 million pets.
Oh yeah. There's always that one kid in your school year that has like the weirdest
All those
pets.
yeah.
Like it's either you've either got someone with a snake, a rabbit, or a snail. I feel like they're the three weird pets that people have. I feel like
Yeah.
rabbit is a fairly uncommon pet in the UK.
I think more like guinea pigs like take over. Because I think I've not really met anyone that has a pet rabbit.
Oh. I feel like the standard pets are
Um,
dog, cat, hamster, guinea pig,
Dog, cat, hamster, guinea pig. Yeah, that's it.
and then if you're a bit weird, a snake. Speaking of snakes, actually, I'd love a pet snake.
Well,
I wouldn't want one of the massive ones that tries to kill you in your sleep. I wouldn't want one of them. Just like a
well
little
then.
like just a little like land snake.
That reminds me. Do you remember that kid in Home Alone that had like a pet tarantula?
Yes.
What was it? Buzz, wasn't it?
Yep. Buzz.
Oh, I remember that. The freaking. I've never known anyone to have a pet tarantula or rabbit.
I've met someone with a pet rabbit. I haven't met someone with a pet tarantula, but I went round someone's house for their birthday party when I was like 6.
10. 6.
And then they were doing an animal party, and I got to hold a snake and a tarantula and a rabbit.
An animal party.
Yeah, you're like 6.
What
It's really
that
the only
entail?
thing you can do. It's either that or race cars.
Oh God! Can I just go off on a tangent of what I've seen recently?
Oh, go for
Just
it.
like real quick. So I was watching. I think it was just clips of "Come Dining with Me" on YouTube.
Right.
And one of the clips was this guy set up an animal themed party and had
Right.
everyone dressed up in like animal onesies and did like really weird stuff, like furry stuff.
Bit
And
weird,
he got
but
like he got last place.
obviously.
Yeah, I just wanted to point it out because I thought that was like, I don't know, I just thought it was funny.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what else to say about rabbits, really. I've never eaten one. Wasn't planning on eating one, but I'm sure if I ever get the opportunity to, I won't pass it up. Apparently, it's not bad, but
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm gonna say not moronic, just because I've got nothing really against rabbits.
I don't really know much about rabbits. I'm gonna be
No.
real.
I know their ears are
Well-
like temperature regulators. That's like
Yeah.
most things that have floppy ears,
Uh,
I guess.
All that, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
Oh.
The next one on the moronic or not section is mini eggs, which is quite coincidental,
Oh,
seeing
mini.
as we both
We
got
just talked
mini
about
eggs.
mini eggs.
Yeah, seeing as we both got mini egg Easter eggs.
I
So,
think that's an obvious quote, in it not?
what's your favourite colour of mini egg?
I don't even pay attention to the colours. What colours
fair,
are there? Green,
uh,
blue?
No, I think from memory
Purple?
it's pink, purple, yellow, and white.
Oh, probably white. I don't know. I just like the white.
I mean,
ones.
they have no flavour. Like, it doesn't change the flavour at all.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
literally just an aesthetic thing. But I just felt like asking you just to see if.
I
don't
guess
know,
I'll just
why
go
not?
white. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably go for the yellow ones.
Mm,
It makes no difference, but you know.
no, but I'm just gonna go not.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think
gonna
it's
say
just
not
an easy
moronic.
one. Yeah, we've both.
Everyone
talked
knows
about
what
it,
mini
so
eggs
we'll
are,
quite
and if you
have to
don't,
go for-
where have you been?
Yeah.
All right, the next one on here is Easter egg hunts.
Oh God, can I just tell you? So they do my family do Easter egg hunts for all kids below the age of like 8.
Right.
Right. They made me one of the hiders of the Easter eggs.
Okay.
I don't know. But I thought it'd be funny. So you have those benches and you have those umbrellas,
Oh yeah.
right? I put one of the Easter eggs inside one of the umbrellas, like on the top of the
Oh, okay.
umbrellas,
Right.
on the inside.
Why?
No one got it. No one got it.
I wonder
think
why.
eventually
Maybe because an
some-
8-year-old couldn't reach that.
Eventually, they just put it. Someone else just got it and put it in one of the baskets. I thought it was a good laugh.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Sounds quite funny actually.
But I was like, yeah. But I think they should do Easter egg hunts for like older years, but just hide them in the most impossible places.
Oh yeah, like you've got to make it. I think I'd actually love to do one, but you'd have to make it like you couldn't just hide one in a bush. Like they've got to be in ridiculous places. Like there's got to be one, I don't know, at like the top of a 20-foot, 30-foot tree. One in like
30
the
foot.
one in like the base of
Like-
a basketball hoop. I don't know, just like in the most
Yeah.
random places that are really hard to get to, so it's actually a challenge.
I think that's more fun, isn't it?
Yeah, that'd be great. All right, looks like I've
Yeah.
planned next Easter's activity.
That reminds you of another like Easter. You know those Easter egg hunts you'll do when you're younger,
Yes.
and you'll do them with a bunch of strangers, and they all used to be like older kids. You would find like one or two eggs, then your mum would like make you share like the eggs that you have with other
Oh
kids.
yeah, no.
That was so annoying because I would find like two
Yeah.
out of like 50, and I was forced to give one, if not both of them, away.
Did your primary school ever do Easter egg hunts just before Easter holidays? So like,
No, I
did
don't
they ever do
so.
like, okay, right, we'll spend an hour outside where you've got to go search for little plastic Easter eggs that you can then redeem for like sweets and stuff afterwards?
Because I don't know. I don't think they ever did that. But again, that was like how many years ago? Like
I mean, we
7,
left
8?
almost 10 years ago, so
Yeah, I can't really remember.
no.
Actually,
I know for a
don't
fact
remember
that
at all.
my school did. I know for a fact my school did. I actually don't mind Easter egg hunts. I'd like to do one again, but more challenging, made for elders.
I think there needs to be ones for like slightly older kids. Make it harder and more competitive.
Yeah, exactly. Mate, you
Instead
know
of
what
just
they could
having
do?
it
They
like-
could make it so there's
Yeah.
only like 5 and there's 6 of you. Just so one person doesn't get one.
Well, you say that it might just be everyone like one genius ends up getting all 5.
It's entirely
I
possible.
think it would, or have it like an elimination based thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm going to go
Um,
not moronic for Easter egg hunts. I like them.
But I feel like people need to be more creative.
Yeah, definitely.
Um,
I mean, if you're doing it for
with
smaller
them.
kids, I mean, hiding it in a bush is good. But if you're doing it for, I think, 8 and up, you need to make it a bit more of a challenge.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I'll go not.
Okay. So the last one on the moronic or not section for this episode is carrot cake. Apparently, that is an
Carrot cake.
Easter-themed food item. I actually had to look that up when I received these just to check that it was actually Easter-themed and not just a random one they chucked in at the end. And
Well, I guess
apparently,
rabbits
it is an Easter-themed food item, according to Google.
Well, rabbits is related to Easter, and rabbits are connected to carrots. So
Yeah.
there you go. I guess I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I don't
You'll have
like
nothing
carrot cake.
against- Yeah.
I've tried it once or twice, and it's never been
I
good.
just don't want them to put raisins.
Yeah,
or
true.
walnuts.
If you put raisins in a cake, you're a
That's
weirdo.
another one that. Yeah,
Yeah, do not do that if you're
Um,
making carrot cake this Easter.
yeah, true. I don't know. It's not the best cake in the world.
No.
But I think I do like it, but I think there are better
I
cakes out there.
definitely, if it was there, I wouldn't be like, oh, for fuck's sake, carrot cake. But I wouldn't be like, oh, yay, carrot cake. I can't wait to eat that. It'd be like a,
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I'll have some if they're giving it out, but I'm not going to go out of my way to get any.
What's your opinion on chocolate cake? Do you think that overtakes carrot cake?
Yes, by far.
Really?
I mean, we've
I
spoken
know,
about this in a previous episode. So if you want to go back
Yeah.
and watch that one, I don't know what episode it was, but
I don't know.
I'm sure
either.
you can go back and find it. But essentially, as long as it's not too rich, I don't really care.
Hmm.
If it's too rich, you can't have too much of it, and it's not great. So
But I don't know what it is with cake. I always like underestimate how much I have. I always get like quite a bit because I feel like I always like go for too little, so I
Yeah.
get a bit more. and I can't get through it.
Yeah.
Because I thought I put too little on there, and it ends up being like stuffed with calories, and it's like so hard to get through.
Yeah.
Mm.
So you know what? For carrot cake, I'm gonna go moronic, just because I don't like it.
Moron. We've not had a moronic, haven't
That's why
we?
I've said it. We can't have a clean
Yeah.
slate.
Um, I'm gonna go not because I actually quite like it.
Oh right, okay. So the wrap up for this: Easter eggs, not moronic. Rabbits, not moronic. Mini eggs, not moronic. Easter egg hunts, not moronic. Carrot cake. There's a bit of discrepancy there.
Mm.
Uh,
Yeah.
so while we're on the Easter theme,
Hmm.
I just want to quickly talk to you about the Easter Bunny.
I have no idea where that originated from.
Nor do I, but I find it ridiculous how right there's a rabbit.
Yeah.
It's a giant rabbit
Yep.
that I believe either collects eggs or distributes them. But the thing is, rabbits don't lay eggs.
Mm.
Rabbits
I
are
don't know.
mammals, therefore they have live births, like humans,
God knows.
and dogs, and bears, and every other mammal on the planet. So,
I
you
feel.
know what? I'm going to look
Yeah.
up the history of the Easter Bunny now. You've got me curious.
You know the whole thing about like Santa Claus, for example.
Yeah.
I feel like with the Easter Bunny, it isn't a thing. It's not like oh go to sleep early, like you don't see the Easter Bunny. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
Okay,
like
right then. Easter Bunny history. So, as many people know, a bit of background. Easter is a Christian themed holiday where I believe
oh yeah,
Jesus came back
celebrating.
from the dead after 3 days. Is that right?
I thought it was his birth.
No, that's Christmas.
Oh no, not his birth. Sorry. When he died, that was it.
I think he died on the Friday and then came back to life on the Monday. I
I
think.
don't know.
Um, but okay, so right, that's just dates. Why is Easter called Easter? Here we go. Um,
That's a good question.
it derives from in albis, a Latin phrase that's plural for alba
Of
or
course, it's
dawn,
Latin.
that
Of course, I was
becomes
gonna say.
asterium in Old High German, a precursor to the English language.
I was gonna say. I bet it would be Latin, and I thought,
Yeah,
of course, it's Latin, isn't
it
it?
would be like it would
I
be.
feel like everything sort of
Okay,
stems
right. The
from.
history of the Easter Bunny. So, in some households, the Easter Bunny delivers candy and chocolate eggs to children on Easter Sunday. So technically yesterday, as of when this goes out,
Mm.
and they arrive in an Easter basket. The exact origins of the Easter Bunny are unknown, but some historians believe it arrived in America after German immigrants brought it there in the 1700s. Rabbits are in many cultures known as enthusiastic procreators. That is very true, hence the term breeding like rabbits. So the
Oh
arrival of
right.
baby bunnies in springtime meadows became associated with the birth and renewal. The history of the Easter Bunny,
Um.
everyone. Basically, some Germans brought it to America. America do what they do and make things massive about
Yep.
like massive celebrations. And here we are, 300 years later,
Celebrating it.
celebrating it.
Yeah.
Fun times.
Yeah. Um. Anyway, just moving on. I want to talk about something else I found.
Okie dokie.
This week. So I was just, you know, going about my day, going through the web. I was just looking at just some dumb inventions, right?
Right.
And I saw one which was like a bowl you wear, which it's meant to be like a hat, right?
Right.
But it honestly looked like a bowl, and it had like these antennas on it, right?
Okay.
And it was a radio hat.
A radio
So
hat.
this was in the 1930s, mind you not. So
Right. Okay. So.
it's a portable radio you wear on your head as you go about your day.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it never worked because it just played white noise. Because there'd just be so much interruption. that it would just never work.
Makes sense.
But yeah, if you have to Google what it looks like. It looks stupid.
Fair enough. I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. But yeah, that's just what I've found recently.
Okay.
I just wanted to throw it out there. Why not?
Fair enough. So,
Yeah.
I've got a question for you, Dan.
Yep.
I have got a very, very important question.
Yep.
Would you rather
Hmm.
have to fight the Easter Bunny in front of a bunch of 10-year-olds and win,
All right.
or have to do the same to Santa?
I guess the Easter Bunny because it's not well known. Well, I say not
Fair.
well known. It's not like I guess as popular or cared
Yeah,
about.
I know what you mean.
No way.
Would you be called out by PETA for that?
Huh?
For animal abuse? If you're beating up a rabbit?
Or
Oh my god. I just
Some
I
people
just
would care.
completely remembered about
What?
so you know how we were saying about primary schools and doing
Oh,
Easter
yeah.
egg hunts? I've only just
Yeah.
remembered in my primary school, the head teacher used to dress up in a bunny suit
Why?
and like come
That
around
is
to all the
weird.
classrooms. I've only just remembered this.
What?
If people went to my primary school and you remember what I'm talking about, please let us know because it was the weirdest thing if I look back at it. But it was actually really amusing at the same time.
Was he taking on the persona of the
Yeah,
Easter
yeah, yeah,
Bunny?
yeah. I think so, yeah.
Oh my god.
I mean, it was in primary
Bet
school,
that
so
was
you're what?
convincing.
Below the age of 10?
Was it like one of those theme park costumes?
Yeah.
Oh, it was one of those ones where it's just a giant like character.
It was a giant bunny suit. That's all it was.
Oh, I see.
I really hope people remember that because otherwise I'm going to look completely special. I'll tell you what, the Easter holidays, when we used to be back at school, used to be so good, you know. Because the term
Oh, yeah, 'cause
after
2
it
weeks,
was
wasn't it?
only
It was
like
2
4 weeks, wasn't it?
It was so term 1 was September to December. Term
Yeah.
2 was January to April.
Yeah, but the thing is, Easter half term, like you had 2 weeks off, and when you came back, you only had like what, 5?
Yeah,
Is it 5
because you
weeks
start-
before you go
you
off again
start
for
half-
May half
You
term?
start halfway through January and you end early April. So it's like
Yeah,
it's just under 3 months, yeah. And of course you got the 2 week break. Yeah, it would always be in term 1. It would be 8 weeks, then 7 weeks, then it would drop down massively, wouldn't it, to like 6 and 5.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. You know what?
And
When
then
is May half term? I think May half term goes around May Day, does it not? I don't know when that is,
yeah.
but
But yeah, the Easter terms, they'd always be like the shortest one.
yeah.
But then it would go back up to like 7 and 8 again.
Oh yeah, it would go back to normal after that. But like,
Yeah.
it's really that's good, you know. That used to be so good because Easter holidays, all you do is because you had 2 weeks off. It's like Christmas. You just relax.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I know. It's brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah. Which
then
actually,
you also-
speaking of getting time off,
Mhm.
I hope everyone, viewers and you, Dan, have enjoyed your
Yep.
4-day weekend. Unfortunately, this is going out on the Monday, so it's almost
It's
over.
uni holiday for me, so
Oh right, okay.
the holiday is like 4 weeks.
Oh right, okay, wow. But
We've already done 1 week.
yeah.
About the second, yeah.
But for those of us with jobs, hopefully you got the full bank holiday weekend off. So you had a 4-day weekend. Hope you enjoyed it. I've had a lot of fun. I've recorded this, which is always fun, and edited it. We hope you all enjoyed. So
Oh, thanks. That's very lovely as always, isn't it?
indeed, mate. Indeed, it is.
Mm. Yeah. So
If
you
you
got
could
any,
have, if you could have a meal with
Yeah.
2 fictional holiday characters,
Who are they?
Who
Then?
would you pick?
I was just trying to think of all the like characters there are.
Do you want me to bring up a list of holiday characters?
All right, I was gonna say Guy Fawkes.
Guy Fawkes, okay. That's not what I meant. Um,
Oh,
holiday
you said
characters,
fictional, didn't you?
Wikipedia. Okay, right, here we go.
Did you say fictional?
Yes, fictional, mate.
Oh, bugger.
So,
Um,
here you've got a few, Dan. I'm not gonna name. You know what? I'm gonna name them all because there's not actually that many. So, Baby New Year, apparently that's a thing.
what? Who's
Ballsack Billy,
what?
Casheen, Cinnamon Bear, Cupid, Easter Bunny, Father Time, Jack Frost, The Great Pumpkin, Krampus, May Queen,
Krampus.
Santa, Stingy
Oh,
Jack,
do you know what I've
Uncle
got an idea.
Sam, Saint Valentine. Who would you pick? You can pick two
You know in
to have dinner with.
in Chinese New Year is that dragon.
Yes, mate.
I would pick one of them because you totally proved the existence of dragons a couple of months
Yes,
ago.
that is very true.
Yeah,
And we did prove dragons are real last
I
episode.
totally did.
We
I
did.
think it was like a couple episodes back now, isn't it?
Either way, we still proved it's real. So
Yeah, I'll choose the dragon and then, I'll just choose a random ass elf that works for claws because why not?
fair enough. I would probably go with Santa because
Yeah.
actually no, I wouldn't. No. I'd probably do the dragon, definitely.
Right.
Maybe the Easter Bunny, just because according
Why
to
not?
the internet, he gives out food, and I do like some food.
Yeah. Yeah. Why not? Very interesting. Yeah,
Indeed,
interesting choice.
indeed.
Have you seen Krampus?
Have I seen Krampus? You talking about the film,
Yeah,
the character?
film. Yeah, the film.
I have not seen the film, to my knowledge.
Is It's pretty weird. It's not even a bad film. It's actually quite entertaining.
Fair enough.
Like you would have expected it to be like god awful, but it's actually not that bad.
Nice. Might give that a try next time Christmas rolls around, if I remember. Probably
Oh,
not.
totally. Yeah. Have you seen like those really bad, like Easter Christmas horror films on Amazon Prime that
I
get
have-
2 out of 10 on IMDb?
I have never watched them, but I have seen them on Amazon, on Netflix, and
Don't.
stuff like that.
It's so awful. Like, there's no quality control on Amazon Prime at all.
That doesn't shock me at all. Does
No.
not shock me in the slightest,
Did-
mate.
Just go on there for like 5 minutes, and then you'll see shit like Larmageddon, Velocipasta, all the
Sharknado 8.
Sharknados. they charge you for the Sharknado ones.
No,
I'm not joking.
they do
Two-
not
two
charge you
£3.50?
for Sharknados.
I think it's £3.50.
£3.50 for bloody Sharknado.
Oh, but it is the thing. It's £3.50 for HD and £2.50 for SD, and they're just basically like the same thing
Right, okay.
on
yeah.
Amazon Prime. Of course, yeah.
It's a waste of money, that is. I'm sorry, viewers, if you guys have ever bought a Sharknado film,
Or that.
request your money back immediately. And if you
Yeah,
haven't,
some,
well done you. You're smart with money management. You know, I've actually started to learn a few card tricks recently.
Oh right.
So,
Like-
I'm not talking like poker or anything like that. I'm just talking like,
Oh,
you know, the simple
like-
like little magician tricks with like
Yeah,
making a
it's like-
card appear out of nowhere, behind
that.
someone's ear, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I've gotten pretty good at those. I can throw a card, which is pretty cool. I can make a card flick up and I can catch it. That's a cool one. I'll tell you what, it's one of those things where it's completely useless, but
It's just fun, innit?
Exactly. It's one of those things where it's fun to learn, and then if I ever go to a party and they have a deck of cards for whatever reason, I can do a few card tricks.
I'd say cards are more of a family thing.
Yeah,
I don't know why. Like it's a family thing, but like I have done cards before with like a friend.
yeah. I'll tell you what. Me and a few friends used to play cards in sick form. So what we used to do is someone used to bring in a deck of cards,
Yeah,
and
yeah. We
every
used
now and then
to,
in lunchtime we would play liar or bullshit, depending on what you want to call it. Same game realistically, just with a slightly different name.
yeah, I think
Just
I've
play
done
just
that.
random card games. It was actually just a lot of fun. I do like playing cards. Um, Granted, I've actually never played poker or anything like that, just because I don't think I'd be very good at it.
I've done a 10-person game of Uno in sixth form.
Oh god, Uno, don't get me
10,
started on Uno, bro. I
10.
hate it.
I'm really good at it. I love Uno.
It's pure luck. It's no skill, mate. There is no
Well,
skill
no.
involved in
You
Uno.
you, you, you say that I've won Uno. Bearing in mind this is like against my brothers, just by like lying to them.
That is how you play Uno, mate.
You just said it was all luck, no skill.
No, it is because the cards you can't like play like you can't predict the cards you get. So there's no skill to it. It's just whatever cards you get are the ones you get given, and
I
you just got to
think
work with them.
I think it's more. Well, it depends on the rules because it's if you're going to go for the stack ones, like you can stack, like +4s and +4s and +2s and +2s.
Yeah,
I guess in a way, like you can target a person with less cards, and then you
yeah,
can sort of lie to the next person to say, have you got, you know what I mean? There's rooms for communication,
yeah. I know what you
so you
mean.
can try and gang up on them. But the trick I would always do is ask the next person if they've got a +2 or +4. If they said no, I would just put the +4 down and they pick up the 4. Because
Mm.
what my theory is that if they have a +4, then what if the next person does and the next person and it comes back to me and I have nothing?
Yeah, exactly.
That's because I always play with like stacks. So you
Right,
can stack +2s, +4s, zeros and sevens. I do.
right. Wait,
Um,
zeros and sevens.
so if you place a 7 down, you can swap your deck with someone else's.
I've never heard of that rule.
And
That's
then if
weird.
it's a 0, all the cards go to the left or right.
Oh, right.
And then in some decks of Uno, they do shuffle hands, which is you put all the cards in the middle and you distribute them evenly.
Right.
So it's like it only appears
That one I
once
have
in the
played. To
deck.
be fair, that one I have played where, but
Yeah,
it was with a specific deck. I can't remember what it was called, but
it only
essentially,
appears once.
uh,
It's
yeah, it was like a shuffle, card or something. It's not in the
yeah, it
base
was.
Uno set. I know that much. But it was like, yeah, because I remember anyone that played it, everyone was fuming because they'd get down to one card, someone would play it, and all of a sudden they've got 6 again.
But hence why there's only one.
I have no clue.
Yeah,
I
there's
haven't
only
played
one of
Uno
them.
in a while. I don't really want to because it gets very heated and I don't enjoy it. Mainly because I just
I think yeah.
keep picking up because the game is
Yeah.
shit.
Um,
I'm good at
but
board
yeah,
games
there was a
though.
version of there was a version of Uno which had like cards with like superpowers.
Yeah. I think that's the deck I played.
It was I can't remember the name of it, but there was some special version and the cards had like different abilities or whatever, which is I think is pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm not bad at card games, but I much prefer board games. Like if you gave me the option to like play a game and it was either cards,
yeah.
like a card game, or a board game, I'd play the board game.
I think yeah,
Because I
yeah.
think board
True.
games have one more longevity, and
They last
three
bit
a lot
longer,
more fun.
yeah.
Like whenever we
I'm
play
just trying to think
Monopoly,
of some
I
board
feel like
games.
it's more fun than playing bullshit with your mates.
I'm just trying to think of other games, other board games other than Monopoly. That
Trivial
were
Pursuit, that's not bad.
they did Deal or No Deal as a board game.
Yes, they did.
I think every game show now has like a board game version.
Honestly, that doesn't shock me. I know the Chase does. I've got those cards
Chase, Tipping
downstairs.
Point, the
Tipping Point
Cube.
did it. Tipping Point did
Yeah.
do one, but I think it flopped.
Yeah, it's Tipping Point. It's not like the most entertaining
No,
TV show.
I mean
He
it
wants
is
to be
just a
a
glorified
millionaire.
2p machine, really, isn't it?
Yeah. He wants to be a millionaire. That's
Yeah.
that's one.
But the thing is,
I do
notice how
quite
a lot
like
of these games are quiz shows.
Yeah, but
Like the
he wants
Chase,
to be a
you have to
millionaire
answer a certain amount of questions to get whatever it is.
I
Actually,
feel
what do you
like
win if you win Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, the board game? Because I doubt you win £1 million.
Oh, you get bragging rights. If you get $1 million in your family, then nice.
Maybe
I mean,
you
people
could
are gonna-
escalate it with
yeah.
real money instead of like
You just
£1
hand
million
someone $1 million
pounds. It's like 1,000,000 pennies. Or I don't know.
$1 million pennies is like that's still a lot of money.
Actually, how much is it? How much do you
I
reckon?
think that's like 10
Take your guess.
Well, it's like 10 grand because it's just to buy 100.
I mean, it's bloody obvious how you work it out, but you know.
Well, going back to board games real quick,
Oh yeah.
I feel like the Deal or No Deal board game worked. 'Cause that's good fun.
I never played that. I don't think I've ever played it.
Although we did it with cans years ago.
Oh yes, I mean yeah, that wasn't a board game. We just let's explain this a little bit. We me and Dan were at an event. So essentially, we being us got fairly bored after sitting around for 4 hours. Because this was the point where we saw each other daily, 5 days a week because of school. So
yeah, it was back in secondary school.
Indeed. So what we decided to do was because everyone had been like drinking Coke cans, beer cans, whatever. So we just decided, you know what, we're going to make a game out of all these cans, just while we're bored and why not. So we created Deal or No Deal with basically a bunch of different numbers stuck to a bunch of cans, and then you got a certain amount of points per. You didn't win anything, if you did win, but I don't know. It was a fun thing. People did enjoy it.
It was good. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. I remember once we got like a load of cans and stacked them. Like
yes, we did do that. That wasn't a family gathering though. That was, I want to say, that was like that was someone's party. But
it was someone's party that we disrupted like every 2 minutes because you would hear the sound of falling cans.
Yes, yeah. Honestly, we didn't care. It was still great. I've actually still got the photo from that. I'll see if I can find it. You know what? I'm going to see if I can find it right now.
2018.
Apologies, viewers, if you hear my mouse clicking.
2019?
No, it wasn't 2019. It was long before that, mate.
I can't remember.
Let me scroll through my infinite photos. Here we go. That actually wasn't too bad. This was... Well, I mean, there's a bloody clear photo of what it did look like. Just for viewers, we had it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 cans tall. I think we got to 12 and then it fell over. Which is a bloody impressive.
That's so much.
And bear in mind, people, that was on a table. We probably could have gone higher if we did it on the floor, but we didn't want to do it on the floor in case, I don't know, we just didn't. I can't find the date of it. Maybe if I just hover. Yeah. So, it was 2019.
Yeah.
So it was the 16th of March, 2019. Is what that was.
It's only 2 days before my birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty cool. We did do that, but I'll tell you what, that was a good party from what I remember. I feel like we're always the two that just find we just entertain ourselves.
Oh my god, I was 14 years old back then.
Oh my god. And then COVID happened.
2 days before 15.
Dan. And then COVID happened, and now all of a sudden we're 19.
Yeah.
Like, oh fucking hell.
I guess, but 2019 feels like it doesn't feel long ago.
No. Like in my brain, it is still 2019. Like, if someone said 2016 was 7 years ago, I wouldn't believe them.
Well, 2016 feel like in the past. I think any year below 2018 sort of feels in the past.
So for
You know
everyone
what I mean?
just joining us, we are joined here by Megatron, who has replaced Dan this episode, or these past 10 seconds anyway.
Megatron.
Yes, Dan, you have become Megatron. Well done. Well done.
Uh,
You sound like Megatron, mate.
yeah, sorry.
What?
Oh, you're fine now.
Oh, there we go. Welcome
There we
back,
go.
Dan,
It
instead of
sounded it
Megatron.
sounded like that on your screen as well,
Oh, did it?
or on my screen. Yeah,
Lovely. So we just both became Megatron temporarily.
yeah,
Nice.
yeah. I thought you were talking about yourself.
I mean, from your point of view, I was.
Um,
You know what?
I can't remember.
What
What
is
I
your
was talking
favorite?
about.
What's your favorite card game you've played ever?
Um, well, my friend in sixth form taught me one called Speed.
Right.
Um,
Fairly sure that's a
it's
drug, but
like
you know.
oh yeah, but it's like you have two decks, and then you have a middle deck. The middle deck's face up.
Right.
I think. Well, I actually can't really remember how it works, but you're given like a deck each, right? And then no, I can't remember the rules, but it's one about speed. You got to have fast reaction time.
Fair enough.
It's like you've got to put like cards of the same suit or number on
Right.
like the card that are face up, and you got to try and get rid of all your cards,
Right.
essentially.
Right.
It is quite complicated. I can't remember the rules though because I played it like 2 years ago. Oh, yeah, 2 years ago. So it's quite hard to remember what it was.
Yeah.
That was good. That's a good 2-player game. You'll have to look up the rules because, as I said, I can't remember.
Yeah. So
but that's good.
We have obviously. I know you've played Cards Against Humanity because we've done it on Jake's party at some point.
Yeah.
In a few years ago. So, what did you think of it? Cards Against Humanity.
I think it's alright. I think.
I feel like the company that makes it, or various companies doing parodies of it, are kind of pushing it a little bit now. Because like you just get the most generic. I think there's an Easter Cards Against Humanity.
I think they are becoming more.
I'm gonna Google it, see if there's an Easter Cards Against Humanity. Once again,
especially when all the
me
good cards go. Especially when all the good cards go, and you're left with like, you know what I mean, really boring ones.
Yeah, and plus you can only play it a handful of times because then you know all the cards by then.
I think
Quiplash. So Cards Against Humanity, there is an Easter version now. So
I think Quiplash was better because
Quiplash is very good.
You have to. I think you just have to write what you want. So there's no like restriction. It's
no.
You write what you want, and you know what I mean. There's more thinking involved.
Yeah, I mean the games are very morally dubious, as well.
Well, yeah, but like, you know what I mean. Comedy isn't an easy thing to do.
Oh no.
It does take like some thinking as well.
Yeah.
Like being a comedian, for example, it isn't. You know what I mean. It isn't easy. It does take a lot of like thinking, rehearsal.
Especially to try and like make yourself known as well. Because
Mm.
obviously a lot of comedians never make it because they just can't either do it long term or find their own thing. Because a lot of comedians will either take source material off of larger known ones, or they'll like try and base it off of them.
Yeah. Did I talk about the guy from Australian Got Talent? I can't remember if I mentioned it, but
I feel like you've mentioned it to me, but I don't think you've mentioned it on here. So go for it.
So there was a guy on Australia's Got Talent who basically became a fan favourite because he did like some really good comedy. But so we got straight through to the semis. But someone found out that he stole some material from a guy who like wrote that material like a long time ago.
Right.
So he thought that people would forget about the material that he stole from.
Yeah.
but somebody found that, tweeted about it, um, and he basically just got publicly shamed for it. But they didn't axe him from the show,
Oh
so
right.
he got to the semi-final. The producer said to him, "Like you've got to make it original this time," and it just felt it was very awkward. Like you can tell he just was a scam.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why. If you know you're going to steal something, why go on the show?
Yeah, I know what you mean. I don't really like those kind of shows anyway, just because I feel like they're either very bland, and after like 3 episodes, it's the same thing over and over. It is just, okay, right,
Yeah,
do your singing and dancing act. Oh, okay, you're a magician? Cool. Oh, wow, another singing and dancing group.
it's actually it's a breath of fresh air when you see the magicians or the
Yeah,
escape
exactly.
artists.
Yeah. Because it is
They're
just
like
like
the only
oh,
good
right, you're
part.
actually doing something, bit more than singing and dancing, which everyone can be good at if they really want.
But those the like magician on the danger acts, they never get through. Have you seen?
Yeah, that's the bit I don't get, because, I mean, like, magicians
Mm.
and that have so many different kind of tricks.
It took 10 years for a magician to win Prince Got Talent.
Bloody hell.
10 years, and I don't think a magician has won since.
I mean, I don't know.
Mm.
I feel like
Yeah.
magicians get quite a tough rap nowadays, because obviously there's a lot of stuff that can be faked, especially on cameras now, with editing software and all that. But
Yeah, true.
I think because of it, magicians have gone downhill. Like, if you remember when we were kids, there was, like, YouTube was a thing, but it wasn't what it is now. Like, no one really knew how to edit very well, that kind of thing. But
Yeah.
magicians, like, I remember I was at Universal Orlando. I can't remember what year this was, but essentially they were doing like a little show with a magician there one day. I went to go see it, and it was actually really cool. He was doing like
Yeah.
card tricks, a bunch of stuff with birds, stuff like that.
I,
But
I like those kind of stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's always cool to watch as well.
Mm.
Like, once
I
you
guess
know
card
how they
magic,
do it, it's a bit less entertaining, because it's like, okay, yeah, you've just done it. It's not that hard. But like, when you don't know about it and they just pull a coin from behind your ear when you're a kid,
Yeah.
it is quite like a, wait, what?
I do like card magic.
Yeah.
But I think you got to be really creative because a lot of stuff has been done before.
Yeah, exactly. But obviously, trying to do that is so difficult because everything's been done.
Yeah.
Like, I
there
don't
was
think a new
guy-
card trick has come out in decades.
Well, you say that there was a guy that was like making it appear that he was changing the size of the cards.
Oh, right.
So he would get a big card. He would get a big card, put it down on the table, and it becomes small.
Okay.
And there was like one where it was like, so there was a table and it was split in two halves, and he was moving the card across the table and he was changing color.
Right.
And he put the card at the center point of the table, and it was half red, half blue.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think like if it's an original trick, it is good.
Yeah.
Like stuff you've not seen before it is really good.
Mm. What I like about it, right, is it doesn't, like, some card tricks that I've learned, they don't take long to learn. Like, I learned how to make a disappearing card go behind my hand after like 10 minutes.
I think
I literally
lot of
watched a
people-
YouTube video how to do it, and then it was just a case of practicing it until you get used to the motion of doing it.
Yeah, true.
And I'm
I
actually
feel
pretty
like
good
the
at it now.
disappearing
So.
one is very common.
The what one?
The disappearing
Yeah.
tricks.
Yeah.
But I feel like they're little tricks. Like if you don't make it the big thing, if it's just like you know what I mean, a small thing to make your
Yeah.
presentation more aesthetic, for example.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just like a small trick. It isn't like the main act.
No. I do like when you get to use it in like not normal situations, but other situations. Like I don't know, if you're passing a business card to somebody, you can just do the little like hand thing, and then all of a sudden you've got a business card in your hand. I mean,
Yeah.
I've never done that, nor will I ever, most likely. But it's one of those things where, like, if you can, I feel like I would.
Mm. I would say I recommend if you're gonna look into card magic,
Yeah,
look up a guy on YouTube called Shin Lim.
I've heard of this guy.
He won. He's the only guy ever to win America's Got Talent twice. I think
Right.
he won it back to back seasons.
Oh, right. I didn't know that bit of him. I knew about his channel because I found it when I was looking.
Mm.
Um, but basically, I was just looking on YouTube, and then all of a sudden he just got suggested, and I was like, oh, you know what? I'll
Mm.
check out the guy's channel, and he's actually pretty.
He
Good.
won it. Yeah, he won it in 2018. Then they invited him back on
Oh,
for like a
right.
special season.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's like a season where they get returning contestants from different like versions of the show. So I get
Right.
ones from like France, Spain, England, for example,
Yeah.
and they'll put them in like another contest against each other. So they did that in 2019, and he won that one as well.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah,
Very weird.
yeah, he's pretty good. I do like the magician ones.
Yeah.
Like, they are. You know what I mean. I'm not really a big fan of like. Well, I mean, some singers are pretty good.
Yeah.
I guess some dancers, but like they're quite rare. I end up just skipping the singing and dancing.
I mean,
ones, unless
again,
you're, like,
I don't
really
watch
good.
those programs. I think I've only ever watched like a few episodes of The Voice UK, and that was like years ago for no apparent reason. I think I was on holiday somewhere, and it was the only thing
I
on
don't watch
TV.
The Voice. I've never seen The Voice.
It's not good. It's
Nah.
awful.
I
Or
don't
at least it
think
used to be.
it's so
It
fun.
most likely still is, but when I last watched, it was awful.
I
Yeah,
mean, most of those shows get accused for being fake now.
I don't blame them.
Have you seen it? Like a lot of them, especially the Simon Cowell ones, they're getting accused of like,
Don't get me started
fake
on
stuff.
Simon Cowell. You know,
Yeah,
I hate him. He's so because not because of like he's just a dick. I know that's the whole character, right? But it's like at some point I don't think it is a character. I think he is just a dick. Like, I feel like
think-
if you were to meet
yeah.
him and you were to like speak to him, he'd just be like, yeah, whatever, fuck off.
he's okay on the American one because he does give constructive advice,
Yeah.
but like you don't see it on the British one at all.
I
Like
dunno,
it's
I just
you're either
don't
good
like
or you're
him.
bad.
I think he's
I
just an
don't-
irritation, you know. Whenever I see something like he's on something, I'm like, oh, turn this shit off. It's like Ant and Dec.
I don't
Like for some reason, some people
Yeah.
like for some reason a lot of people like them. I don't understand why. They're irritating and so aggravating.
I don't hate them, but I don't like. You know what I mean? I'm not like fans of them either.
No, get them off. Anyone like if anyone watches Ant and Dec's show, I don't even know what it's called. Saturday night bullshit.
I don't think Ant and Dec shows are that good.
I'm not gonna lie. If you watch some of their shows and enjoy it, you've got to take a hard look at yourself and think, what the fuck are you doing?
I've got a question though. Who's
Yes.
your favourite TV? Like, in regards to TV game shows or reality
Yep.
shows or whatever,
Yeah.
who's your favourite host?
Ooh, that's tough.
Yeah,
Probably Bradley Walsh. You know.
or Jeremy Clarkson.
Is that his name?
Yeah,
Bradley Walsh.
Bradley Walsh or Jeremy Clarkson. He's funny.
Yeah, the only thing I'd stay away from Jeremy Clarkson is because he's only done Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
But I feel like he was a good host for that.
Yeah, he was, but that's just because it's Jeremy Clarkson, though, isn't it? He's quite charismatic and all that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was Bradley Walsh I was thinking of. Who's the guy that does Tipping Point?
Ben Shepherd.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, actually, speaking of Ben Shepherd, I knew a guy in my primary school who was related to him.
Oh,
So
right.
Ben Shepherd was his uncle.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Oh, wow. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, I obviously never met him, but I would love to. He seems very amusing on Tipping Point. But
Well,
yeah,
I
I
was looking
definitely
at,
think
yeah,
Bradley Walsh is up there because he is very good on The Chase.
I was looking at like international shows as well. Um,
I don't
I
watch
doubt you've
any. I
heard.
don't watch many shows nowadays. That's the thing.
I only watch like I don't know. I watched The Apprentice, Hell's Kitchen, Survivor, but only the Australian version.
Fair enough.
And I think that's about it.
Yeah,
I think they're the only three I watch. Gordon Ramsay's entertaining.
he can be
Um,
entertaining. He has to have because if he's by himself, he's not that funny. He just swears a lot. But if
I
he's
think
with
that's
other
funny.
people, like I think I can't remember what the actual show was called, but he went round the US with Fred and Gino. That,
Yeah.
that was a very good show. I did enjoy that one. But actually, that's just reminded me. Bradley Walsh has a TV show where he goes round like the US on a road trip and has his son with him. I've forgotten what it's called. I'm actually gonna look it up
right.
right now. It's actually very good if you haven't watched it.
I've not seen that one yet.
Right, let me have a look. Hold on. Show. We'll see. No, that's not what I wanted. But basically, he's got something with his son, and it's very good. Like he basically just that's what it's called. Bradley Walsh and Son. It's called Breaking Dad.
No, I've heard of it,
It,
but
it is a very good because
Oh,
I haven't watched it in a while. I probably should, but I know in one episode, like they just do the very strange stuff. Like they went in a cave with a bunch of bats. They climbed a ridiculously high mountain in like South America. They went
oh, right.
skydiving. Um, they did a bunch of really cool stuff that I genuinely do recommend watching the show.
Oh, okay.
Like it is
Yeah,
very good.
I'll look into it. Yeah.
It's on
Um,
I think it's ITV. I think it's on. Let me have a quick look. Yeah, ITV. Oh, apparently it's on
I'll,
Amazon as well. If you want to go watch it there, I
can I
guess.
just give a little story about Amazon?
Yeah,
Just the other day, so I was watching, Survivor. So I
yeah,
was looking at well, not really the episode description, because obviously you need to tap on the description to view how long the episode is.
yeah.
So I was on a bit of a time constraint because I needed to go, but I kind of wanted to see if I had enough time for an episode.
Makes
In
sense.
the description, it straight up spoils the episode. It literally says this team wins immunity. No, it says this person wins immunity. This person gets voted out in the description.
See that I don't like. I was going to say a description
I
is
don't know why
obviously
they did
the
it.
description of the episode. That's kind of needed. But they didn't have to say who was eliminated, who went through, whatever. I feel like they could have
It's
just
like,
gone.
why?
Someone gets
You don't
voted
really
out
need
and someone wins. Like
I don't know. It's just. I mean, I guess sort of recap the conflict that's sort of occurring or the main events without giving too much away, but it's not really needed.
yeah, I know it's a bit odd.
Mm,
Bit odd that.
yeah.
I don't actually watch a lot of TV anymore.
No,
Like
it's all
I
on
feel
the
like the
iPad,
only it's all on Netflix, Prime.
iPad, phone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
it's all on
Like nothing
subscription
I really
services.
want to watch is actually on TV anymore.
It's
I mean,
so hard
obviously,
to
I used to
find
watch.
anything.
I used to watch the TV a fair bit as a kid because obviously Netflix and all that wasn't really as big as it is now.
Yeah,
But yeah, nothing's really on TV that I want to watch. I feel like watching TV is a very older generations thing as
yeah.
well. Like
Yeah.
because you wouldn't expect your 90-year-old grandparent to know how to use Netflix, would you? So, do you reckon streaming platforms and stuff will get phased out as generations go on?
What do you
Like,
think it would be
so like,
replaced with?
No, so like just newer ones. So do you reckon Disney Plus? So like you know how we say Facebook is like the old person's Instagram or whatever.
Yeah, I mean they might just make a new one and just put better stuff on it, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll have
Um,
to wait and see as time goes on. I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
So we're going to end it there, guys, on that. So if you guys have enjoyed the video, go ahead and hit the like button. And if you do want to see more like this, you can go ahead and subscribe. And we will see you in the next one. Thank you, guys.